So I've recently installed a new mod for HOI4. It kind of changes the map graphics around, but hey, it looks pretty good. And it was kind of then that I discovered two countries that I hadn't really thought about before. What I can only presume to be Romania and probably Hungary. Now these two countries have a bit of a conflict, and I thought, you know what, the Turkey versus Serbia video did so well, why not see who's stronger between Romania and Hungary? It only makes logical sense. I mean, I think they're Romania and Hungary. It's kind of hard to tell with such an accurate graphical mod improvement that I have installed. Following my Turkey versus Serbia video, I've decided we should probably do another. This is just your standard game of 1936 Turkey versus Romania. Absolutely no changes made. Could you guess who's stronger? Well, it's probably going to be Romania, considering they have a significantly larger army in 1936. Now, you might notice that we don't have players playing this time. That's because, sadly, last time I'm going to need two new different players, especially considering that the derpy spy crab who was playing Serbia is now completely banned from the country, and the lol who was playing Turkey is soon going to be expected to become advisor-in-chief for the Turkish military. Oh my god, look at Romania, they're doing well. So yes, I've lost my two test subjects, I need some more. Jesus Christ, well done Romania. So that's 1 point for Romania. Evidently they're the strongest country, at least in 1936. Now it's 1939, Hungary versus Romania. Who wins? You'll notice Hungary is actually doing a pretty damn good job. They've actually done a pretty nice invasion. They've grabbed some land and they're actually holding on to it, unlike most people who just completely cock up and invade and then immediately get pushed back quite aggressively. Anyway, Germany's invading Poland in the background. Don't worry about that. That happens all the time. Perfectly normal. Germany behaviour. Hungary hasn't really made any moves now, has it? It's kind of just taken that land and given up. Romania, on the other hand, has set up a line to invade Hungary, but equally has done absolutely nothing about it. Gotta love Romania. They've got... It's a bit of a power play, to be honest, to be invaded and then just go, sure, fine, we didn't want this land, you can occupy it. We might occasionally have a little skirmish over it, but nothing too major. Don't want to go out of my way to save all those Romanians that you just took. Ah, classic. So yeah, apparently there's some historical rivalry between Hungary and Romania. I'm not really too keyed in on all of the details. I mean, they're two countries, if that helps. At one time, both of them were absolutely smashed by the Ottomans. At the moment, they're just pretty big countries. That's all there is to it, really. Hungary and Romania had an interesting time in the war. They kind of got pushed around by the much larger major powers. Soviet Union kind of just decided to beat up Romania a bit. Germany kind of, I don't know, puppeted Hungary in quite a funky way. Jesus Christ, Italy, are you okay? Okay, right, Italy takes France. You don't see that every day. Anyway, what Romania decides to do is join the Axis. And because Romania joins the Axis, they call in Germany. I feel like that was cheating, Romania. I can't help but feel like that was a little bit cheaty. Anyway, what if we try something new? What if we, put our differences aside and ally Romania and Hungary? It's 1936, they're allied, they haven't been given anything other than the fact that I've given them the ability to declare war whenever they like, and I've declared war on Bulgaria for them. Immediately, Romania takes all of Bulgaria. Now it's Romania and Hungary against Yugoslavia. Can they do it? Can't they do it? Who knows, but they're actually making a pretty damn good move. I mean, this is only 1936. If you think about it, this is a pretty interesting play. It's certainly showing that Romania and Hungary, when working together, they've got a lot of power. Look at this, they've just completely removed Yugoslavia. It's going to be interesting to see who gets Yugoslavia in this peace deal. Ah, okay, I see. It all goes to Hungary. Sure, that makes sense. Naturally, now it has to be Czechoslovakia that gets removed. Hopefully Romania gets some land from this. No, it would appear they probably won't be, considering how Hungary just cut them off at the border. Classic Hungarian plays there. Oh, well, kind of... Yeah, Romania really isn't getting much out of this peace deals. Hopefully they can at least get something from Poland, because, they've got quite a border going on there. Certainly not as big as the Hungarian border, but it's one that shouldn't be sniffed at. It's not a bad border. At least give Romania, just, I don't know, a piece of land, Hungary. It doesn't have to all go to you. We don't really need the favouritism of this degree that you're offering. Anyway, Hungary kind of just wipes out Austria there. Romania, they decide to give control of the state to Hungary. Romania, why? Romania has the largest army at this point out of Hungary and Romania, and they're the ones fighting on the front line, getting the land under the control of Hungary. Anyway, Romania and Hungary, they work together and they take out the German Reich. Pretty impressive if I do say so myself. Oh, and now Italy's decided to join the war, so yep, they've got to deal with Italy as well. The age-old struggle. Jesus Christ, just look at how powerful this Hungary is. That's not bad at all. Oh, Romania gets a bit of land. Would you look at that? Romania gets a little kind of like bit towards Denmark. Beautiful stuff. That is incredible. Now it's the Hungarian offensive into Italy, of course backed by the Romanian tank divisions. That's right, Romania has tanks. It's amazing. Wow, so they've kind of like grabbed Rome at this point. Greece and Turkey really need to go, in my opinion. They've managed to grab Albania, which is, you know, a nice piece of land to grab, but Greece and Turkey, they'd make pretty useful puppets, so yep, of course, naturally, after taking out Italy and puppeting Italy to that tiny little island, Jesus Christ, a Hungarian naval invasion of Turkey. Sure, that's something I wasn't expecting. Anyway, Greece was immediately puppeted, they lost their war, and now they've been called in. Okay, that's an interesting peace deal. All of Turkey goes to Hungary, excluding Constantinople, which goes to Turkey, and Greece gets nothing. And now it's time for a war against the Allies. So, immediately France is destroyed. Romania gets all of the Atlantic Wall. Pretty impressive. Romania, you got to build some forts. Will Romania build any forts? Would you like to hazard a guess, ladies and gents, if the AI decides to build forts? Well, I'm going to have to break the news to you, ladies and gents. That's a no. It's an absolute no. Probably what I think the best part of this episode is about is that there shouldn't be many arguments in the comments. In the Serbia versus Turkey video, there was a lot of arguments. There's a lot of angry people with strong voices as to their opinion on Serbia and Turkey. But with Hungary and Romania working together, there shouldn't be any complaints. Well, I mean, other than the fact that Romania gets all of the land. Anyway, they've done quite a good job. Romania's managed to grab Spain, and for some reason they're supporting a fascist civil war in Canada. Okay, why not? Hungary's managed to pick up all of India. Honestly, at the end of this video, you might as well just say who's in control of your country. In fact, who's in control of your country right now? Because, well, just where you are actually. Who is in control? Like, you might be under the control of Romania. If you live in France, half the population's under the control of Hungary, the other half under Romania. Oh my, the British and Americans just invaded. That's actually not bad. Now, the Soviets have just been wiped out by Japan and Hungary. Naturally, Japan gets most of the land because, you know, fuck it. AI, why not? Hungary manages to wipe out Sweden and Finland, naturally, and then moves on to Norway. But you should start worrying about that Atlantic Wall that Romania didn't build because, as you can see, they keep bombarding Romania with naval invasions in France. My god, that's a lot of naval invasions. Yep, it's D-Day all over again. They've just taken all of Normandy. And guess what? Belgium's not even bothering to join the war. Yeah, if Belgium's not declared on, they just don't care. Just can't be arsed, really. Now, Canada is in a bit of an odd situation with the whole, you know, country split in half by the US thing. Not really sure how they're going to be able to do this kind of like free weed stuff. It's going to be quite difficult considering the country's been sawed in half by the United States, but I'm sure they can work it out logistically later. Oh my, another British naval invasion. This time it's in the Netherlands, or the Netherlands, as they like to say. Oh my. The Americans appear to be getting kicked out of Normandy, but I mean, it doesn't really make much of a difference. The Netherlands has just been granted almost total control of Germany. Yeah, that's just not really a combination that is too common, really. Oh my, and of course, naturally, they've almost taken back France, Germany, the Netherlands, and they're starting to make moves on Poland. But also Denmark, Sweden, Norway, they've all just reappeared, and here comes the Finland. Oh my god, look at British Raj. The British Raj is coming back with a vengeance, finally. It's been a long journey for them because they were almost quite immediately knocked out by the Kingdom of Hungary. I'd also like to point out that I haven't put any modifiers on these countries. They're not fighting better than they normally do. I'm actually honestly amazed by the strength of the Romanian and Hungarian AI. They're running some pretty good troop templates, in my opinion. However, it just doesn't help when you've run out of manpower and the Americans just landed in, my God, Estonia. Here they come. Oh no. I'm sorry, Hungary, but there's not really much you can do if you've got a good few hundred Americans landing. At the peak of their empire, the Romanian and Hungarians controlled basically all of Europe. It's quite an impressive feat, but it's no longer the case. Hungary is just being capitulated and Romania is next, and as soon as that's done, there you go, a peace deal. Bit of a funky peace deal. Not really sure how we're going to go and explain this one, considering France is now communist, the United Kingdom controls Germany, Italy and Africa, and of course Turkey, and Bulgaria? Yeah. That's the game today, ladies and gentlemen. If you've enjoyed it, please do give it a like. It really does help me out. We're very close to our 72,000 subscriber mark. Clicking the subscribe button really does help me out, and if you want to join in for any of our live streams and be part of the live stream crew, then make sure to hit the bell button, because that way you know when we live stream. Anyway, I will see all of you in the next one. Have a lovely day.